So picking up where we left off. All right, so you got your old condenser. You got your old radiator here. There's your fans. Oops. Your fans, the new radiator, and the new condenser. When you get your parts, sometimes it's good to uninstall them first so that you can match them up, make sure everything's the same. See this is the old radiator cap. See that radiator, the top hose, it's got a little corrosion there, it's broken up. The new top hose, the new bottom hose, and the old bottom hose. And with the condensers, you are just going to switch the sensor off of the old one, and you're going to put it onto the new one. That's the plug for the battery sensor connection. All right, now we're going to put them back in there in the opposite order in which we took them out. Condenser came out last, so the condenser will go in first. We took off these brackets here. We're just going to go ahead and match everything up. We're going to get these brackets taken back off and sit it in there. Alright, so remember we got we covered up the little hoses there. First thing we're going to put in the new condenser. We're going to match it up on it. It came with screws. Sometimes they do. Okay. In putting on the new ones, all we're going to do is we're going to remove the plugs and everything. Everything's sealed up on the new condenser. You're going to set your thing lefty-loosey, righty-tighty. We're going to put it left. It's going to be the same tin. Usually once you find one screw to work on a certain area of the car, all the parts will usually match up. So we're going to use that. Take that out of there. Take off the screws, and we're going to take off the plugs. We're going to take off the plugs. Take off the screw. We'll need these again. Let's put that off to the side. Alright, take the condenser. Sensor was over here on the driver's side. You're just gonna drop that back in there ever so gingerly. First. Let me put alright. And we just ease it down in there. I'm gonna sit it into the same place that it came out of. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put these smaller screws back in there. Put the hoses back on from the compressor. Unwrap them. There it is. Put it back on there. I normally like to leave the screws on put the screws back in there. And then you're gonna take the same 10. You haven't had to switch anything yet. You're gonna switch it from left to right, righty-tighty. All right, and we're gonna do this for both of them. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these in, and I'll be right back. All right, so we fitted this back into the bracket here. We're gonna go ahead and grab our second bracket that we took off, disconnected. We also took the top rubber pieces off the top of the old condenser. And that's just for the purpose of being able to lock it in and put it in there. You don't want it shaking all over the place. So let's go ahead and put that back up there. And fit the brace on, hook them in there. All right, and we're gonna put our screws back in. The 4 screws that we took out, we're just gonna lock them back in. Put that in there. And what I like to do is I just hand tighten. I hand tighten till it pretty much becomes harder, difficult, and then you lock it in with your socket wrench or your pliers, whatever it is that you're using. And once you put it back on, generally once you get one screw in, everything's gonna line up. That's how the car was made. Tighten them up. Put that bad boy in place. Those are all tight to the max. The condenser's in there, nice and sturdy in place. All right, I'm gonna put the radiator back in. I'm gonna make sure it goes in the same way it came out. It's right side up. You can tell that it's right side up. About the radiator cap on top, you know it's facing the right way because the hose connections will be pointing towards the engine. Because that's what the water's gonna do. It's gonna flow in, and it's gonna go in the top, out the bottom, and you are going to just fit that right behind the condenser that we just put in. Same difference. You're gonna sit it into the brackets. Everything should line up. There you go. Now let's get our previous connections off the old radiator off the top, because we want everything to lock. We want everything everything to lock in place. So we're gonna do this. All right, I had little clamps here. Just gonna slide those back into place as such. Slide it back into place. Radiator is in there. The condenser is in front. Alright, so we got the condenser in, we got the fan in. I'm sorry, fan. Got the condenser in, the radiator in. Now, let's get the fan. And the same thing, we want to make sure the bottoms are down because everything fits in place. We have all the wiring for the fan connections. We're going to move that out the way. And we're just going to drop our fan in there. We're just going to make sure the hose is out of the way. Everything just locks in down there. 1 and 2. All right, now that we've got our fan in, we can go ahead and line up the connections with these screws. Alright, so we got the radiator in. Now we set the fan in there. The fan's in there nice and snug. And we're just gonna bolt it down in place. Insert our screws. And again, just hand tighten until you can't tighten anymore. And we go ahead and grab the same tin. Righty tighty. Snap them back in there, snap them back in there, plug it back in. Where are you? Oh, snap them back in there. Everything lines up. It's so easy, folks. And which one is this one? And snap it back in there. All right. There's the fan.